This is the perfect segue, and this is why I'm a really good podcaster. Because
I've heard this.
We're talking about high schools, which makes me think about American Vandal.
Ah.
See, wasn't that a good segue?
It was a good segue, yes.
A really good segue. I know I told you this when at the golf course. I love American Vandal so much. It is the most brilliant. For those who haven't seen it, first of all, where can we find it? Because I want people to immediately watch it.
It's all on Netflix. Season 1 and 2, yeah. How
many episodes total per season did you do?
Well, season 2 was a different crime. So it was I don't know if crime is the right word here, but season 2 was a different crime that they were covering. So I was in like some flashbacks and stuff, but it was pretty much I was just in season 1.
How, I don't want to butcher it, it's your baby. To the uninitiated, how would you describe American Vandal? I mean, it's one of the funniest, like most perfect sort of French kiss moments in time.
Thank you.
It's amazing. But how would you describe it?
I would say first when I explain it, I first ask someone if they've seen Making a Murderer or The Jinx or
Staircase.
If they've listened to Serial, the podcast. And usually they have, and I say it's basically the same idea, true crime, very serious tone, but it's about a kid who's accused of spray painting 27 dicks on cars in the faculty parking lot at his high school. But he swears he didn't do it, but he is a known dick drawer. So 2 of the kids in the TV program at the high school make a documentary to hopefully exonerate him of his crimes. And it's just a very serious tone, which I think is what made it so funny.
It's so funny. And you can't then watch Making of a Murderer.
Because then you're laughing at little things.
Yeah, you can't watch any of them. You can't watch The Staircase. You can't watch The Jinx.
Yeah.
You can't watch any of those anymore. That's my favorite thing, I think, is when someone parodies or does a satire of something that's been begging for it, but nobody's gotten there yet.
Yeah. And then you can no longer take the first thing seriously.
Yeah, you're done. Yes, exactly. And like, it's super great. So when that came out and everybody loved it so much, what was like the reaction for you? Where did that lead you?
So I had already written a show with my buddy Christian Pierce called The Real Bros of Simi Valley.
Which the sequel is?
The movie's coming out.
The movie.
July 5th.
But ooh, big slot. You feeling the pressure? Big slot, July 5th.
It's
bro. Big slot.
Why is it so big? Because it's the day after
4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
Christmas, 4th of July weekend. That's only where they put the hitters.
I figure day after 4th of July, everyone's going to be at home. They're not going to want to do anything. They're just going to be on their couch and they can just put on The Real Bros of Simi Valley High School Reunion and, chill out.
Amazing. When it comes to finding the hottest designs, album drops, and more, Walmart might surprise you. Of course, you know Walmart for their unbeatable prices, but did you know they also have an impressive selection of high quality, on-trend, and stylish items at sharp price points? They have things that'll make you stop and say, okay, Walmart! From the hottest fashion trends to the latest fashion finds, Walmart has what you're looking for. A sleek record player with new vinyl? They got it. LeBron's skincare? You'll find it. That mid-century inspired accent chair? Oh yeah, it's there. Chic grandpa cardigans, they're there too. Even big brand names like Dyson and Apple are on Walmart.com. When Walmart says they have it all, they mean literally all. Anything and everything I want, I get it at Walmart. Find more at walmart.com/now trending.
But it was after Vandal, I actually learned a lot from Tony and Dan, the guys that created the show, because like there was just, the camera was a character. And when you're doing something like that, you have to think about, you can't just film it. You have to think about, well, how would the camera be here? Mm-hmm. And that was a really interesting thing to keep in mind while doing like a parody reality show, because it makes things so much funnier when you do that. Like they did such a good job of that on Vandal with, you know, when they go around the corner and they're like, don't film this, and they keep the camera on, but you can't see them, you just hear the audio.
We even did that on Parks and Rec, because at the end of the day, Parks and Rec is a mock doc, as they call them, as well. And we would...
You guys are one of the OGs, if not the OG mock doc.
The Office, we got that. The Office is the OG, and we're right there.
Yeah.
But we would always, whenever it was stuff that you wouldn't believe that you would let the cameras in to record, the cameras would stay outside the window or outside the house or outside the car. They didn't do it very often. In fact, on our show, we pretty much we had still did the talking heads, but the notion that it was supposed to be a documentary kind of went by the wayside. And then you get Modern Family,
right,
which is like just a sitcom where they talk to the camera. So it's funny how that whole genre morphed.
The lines started to get blurred, and it's because realistically, most audience members, they won't like actively notice it. It might be something subconsciously that you notice.
That's right.
But most audiences won't really be like, well, why is the camera in the bathroom? Like, why? How'd they get in there?
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. Do you think people think about that?
They definitely don't. 100% they don't. The other thing is, did at the end of The Office, did they ever show the documentary on the English Office or the American Office? Where like,
I don't think so. I don't know. I think I fell off of The Office like late in the
same,
like after season like 6 or 7. I think
I mean, it's still very, very good. But I did turn back in to see my boy James Spader as Robert California. Did you ever see Spader when he was on The Office?
I think I've seen. I haven't like sat down and watched it, but it's been on. It's always on.
Always on.
It's just on. It's permanently on.